I began to realize mankind desperately needs something to celebrate. And if he can't find something to celebrate, he'll make it up. I mean, he'll just, and well, anyway, we got back off the island into our room. We had to drive about an hour to get a motel. And I checked into my motel. I was exhausted, and the man said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, we went to see the pony swim." And he said, "Pony swim." I said, "That ain't nothing." He said, "You ought to come to our little town." He said, "Every year we have 50,000 people show up to this little town," I forget the name of the town, "to watch the crab derby race." Yeah. Now, really, I wasn't interested, but this guy continued to talk. And he told me all about the crab derby race. 50,000 people show up to this. And the town is full, and the restaurants do great business, but I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm not getting this. You mean to tell me, how do crabs race anyway? They don't have ears, so they couldn't hear the gun go off. Well, how do you, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. But what I begin to realize is that man needs something to celebrate. Hey, I've been to a NASCAR race. I've been to Martinsville Speedway about twice in my life. I don't care about racing, but I do love to observe people. And that's the only reason I go. And so I'm got my seat, Chicken Bone Alley or whatever they call it, and I got my seat there, and here comes this guy. He was a big guy. Big, fat, whatever you want to call it. And he sits down right in front of me. And I'm not kidding you, about probably that much of his rear end is showing. Now, I said I'm a people observer, but that's not what I wanted to observe. And my friend beside me punched me, and he pointed and he said, "Penny for the piggy." And that just made my day. I laughed for the next 4 hours after he said that, but at least I was able to lighten up a little bit. And then there was a guy hanging on the fence, and I didn't even think that was legal. He had a bucket of chicken, the round bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, had that wearing it on his head. He had way too much alcohol in his system, I guarantee you that. And he had a bugle, and he'd blow he had a little bugle, he'd blow that bugle all, and he had his favorite driver. And when his favorite driver come by, he would thumbs up, yeah. And then he had his least favorite driver. And it wasn't a thumbs up, and it wasn't thumbs down, it was a different signal. But I knew who his favorite was, and I knew who his least favorite was, who he hated, and and it just went on and on and on. I thought, first of all, I thought, how much beer can you drink, and how long can you blow that bugle? But this, I just realized, man needs something to celebrate. It's internal. I think it's something God has placed within us. We need something to celebrate.